The streamlining, and what I'll still argue to be over-streamlining, of Half-Life 2's ammo management does seem to be the result of rearranged priorities. If you haven't noticed, Half-Life 2 is pretty balanced in tech showcases. Half-Life 1 was all about in-world NPC interaction, puzzles, level design, so on and so forth. I made a video where I talk more about it, linked above and below. The most important thing, however, is the ways in which it revolutionized first-person shooter gameplay. Weapons, ammo management, the works. Half-Life 2, however, is all about the physics and refinement of mechanics brought in from Half-Life 1. However, in the several-year gap between releases, many an FPS took design cues from HL1 and ran with them. Half-Life 2 didn't need to focus as much on revolutionizing shooting mechanics, deciding to stick more closely to the refined 90s style implemented in the original release. No aim-down sights, no tactical reloads. The series wouldn't choose to take a massive revamped shooter mechanics until, well, Half-Life Alyx, where the entry into virtual reality merited an overhaul in design. So what I think happened here was, instead of an overhaul to how weapons are used, Valve was more interested in what weapons were used. The gravity gun is a clear-cut example of this, perfectly showcasing the fancy physics of their new source engine. And at another stage in development, even more weapons would have been brought to the table to experiment with. I think that the passive reloads in Half-Life 2 are the aftermath of an earlier build of the game. To explain, Half-Life 1's weapon mechanics and lack of auto-reloading is seen by some, such as myself, as a layer of death. However, others barely find it annoying. Given how many weapons you acquire as you stroll through Black Mesa, and if Half-Life 2 were to, say, have even more weapons in Gordon's hammer space, perhaps auto-reload would have been fully required. And looking at content left on the game's cutting room floor, it's clear Half-Life 2 was originally going to feature a plethora of weird and wild weaponry, much of which the developers took the liberty of confiscating simply for not being necessary, lack of development time, or being overpowered. However, if all these weapons were to be featured, or at least any number close to or higher than Half-Life 1's, the passive reloads would have made far more sense. Maybe, given the final version of the game we ended up with, some sort of more customizable difficulty would have been the way to go. The ability to disable passive reloading, for instance. Of course, for a game released in 2004, I wouldn't knock it for lack of more minute adjustability in the settings. The dev console, however, well, now we're on to something. If you enable this console in advanced settings, open it up and type sk_auto_reload_time, you'll see the setting which allows for backpack reload. It's set to a 3-second delay for reloading holstered weapons by default. However, what if we were to set that to 99? This effectively disables backpack reloading, at least until the Heat Death of the Universe or Half-Life 3 releases, whichever comes first. So now the gunplay will be a little more like that of Half-Life 1, with weapons not reloading until you do so yourself or run out of ammo in a clip. This isn't even a cheat command, it can be customized without losing access to achievements. I played with this a little bit myself, and honestly found the gunplay more satisfying. I had to think a lot more about what weapons I had access to and which were loaded at any given time. So if you, like me, find the passive reloading too simplified of a mechanic, well, there's no harm in disabling it. It's for sure how I'm going to play the game from now on. As for the infinite ammo crates, well, with the exception of the one infuriatingly mounted onto the back of the car, which already has its own infinite gun, they don't really disrupt the flow of gameplay overall. That
you're quite the returning hero
in
these
the
days,
later
Gordon.
segments of
Let me get this gate. My civil protection status still gives me limited clearance.
Did you hear a cat just now?
That damn thing haunts me. Watch the head humpers, Gordon! that building up there, a bank or museum or something like that. Whatever the hell it used to be, now it's a nexus for Overwatch in City 17. It's the main source of pain for this part of town, thanks to a huge suppression device. It's raining There it is, the Overwatch nexus. Looks like they're mobilizing big time. You can sort of see the gate from here. I'll show you when we get to street level. We'll have to get in that building to open the gate. Even then, the suppression device will, suppress anyone coming through unless we shut it down. Let's go!
Oops.
So much for stealth. We've been spotted!
Let me get out of your way.
So much for stealth. We've been spotted! There's that gate I was telling you about. We'll have to come back here after we get it open. If we get it open. First, we gotta get into the Nexus building. You're not gonna hurt that thing from down here, Gordon. We'll have to shut it down from inside.
Centers the mind.
Get down!
Toward the truth. Choosing intentional ignorance and surrender now. Help me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman.
Sorry.
Do what is right, Dr. Freeman. Yes, I'm talking to you. A man with the ability to see This is not a scientific revolution. This is death and finality. Even if you offer us surrender now. Watch out! At the moment, I feel
Get out of the way! Get away from there!
help me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman. Surrender while you still can. Help ensure that humanity's trust in you. Fearful minds toward the truth. Choosing to ignorance and decay. Make no mistake, Dr. This is not This is death and finality. This plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you want. Do what is right, Dr. Freeman. Serve mankind.
Gordon, we could use the...
Wait for me! Fantastic!
I'm talking to you. Question for you. How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers the mind. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to embark on a path of ignorance and decay. Make no mistake, Dr. Freeman. This is not a scientific revolution you've sparked. This is death and finality. You have plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your now that our benefactors would accept it. At the moment, I feel they have help me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman. It's not. Do what is right, Dr. Freeman. Serve mankind.
Here, catch yourself up.
Excuse me.
I'd like to take a moment to address you directly, Dr. Freeman. Yes, I'm talking to you, the so-called one free man. I have a question for you. How could you thrown it all
While I reload.
Make no mistake, Dr. Freeman. This is not a scientific revolution. This is death and finality. You have humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your surrender now, I cannot guarantee that our benefactors would accept it. At the moment, I fear they have begun to look on even me with suspicion. So much for serving as humanity's representative. Help me win back their trust, Dr. Freeman. Surrender while you still can. I'd like to take a moment to address you directly, Dr. Freeman. Yes, I'm talking to you, the so-called one-free man. I have a question for you. How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers the mind. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to embark on ignorance and decay. And finality, you have plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your surrender now, I cannot guarantee that our benefactors would accept it. You have plunged.
Fantastic.
The so-called one-free man. I have a question for you. How could you have thrown it all
Here, have a med
away?
kit.
It staggers the mind. A man of science with the ability to sway reactionary and fearful minds toward the truth, choosing instead to embark on a path of ignorance and decay. Make no mistake, Dr. This is death and finality. You have plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your surrender now, I cannot guarantee that our benefactors would accept it. Serving as humanity's representative.
Well, I reload. Take this med kit. Finally.
I have a question for you. How could you... Ignorance and decay. Make no mistake, Dr. Breen. This is not a scientific revolution you've sparked. This is death and finality. You have plunged humanity into free fall. Even if you offered your surrender now, I cannot guarantee that benefactors would accept it. At the moment, I feel they have begun to become even more suspicious.
Look out, Freeman! Let me get out of your way.
Uh-oh, turrets. Hey, you've got the HEV suit. You deal with them. Then I'll work the security console. Throw a grenade in there if you've got one. That ought to do it.
Look out, Breen! Take this med kit.
Uh-oh, drop ships. They'll be coming from the roof. If we want to get through these shields, we'll have to take out the generators one at a time.
Combine!
Reload, Dr. Freeman.
Drop ships. They'll be coming from the roof. If we want to get through these shields, we'll have to take out the generators one at a time.
Here, patch yourself up.
We've got 3 generators to disable. Might as well start with this one. Hey, you've got Eli's gravity gun. Try giving those generators a jolt and see if you can shake them up a bit. Okay, 2 more generators to go. Man, Overwatch owns the roof, and that's where we're headed. Here they
Cover me
come.
while I reload.
I don't like this. Try using the hoppers against them. Set some traps for them, Gordon.
Generator to go. I need to get patched up.
Let us out of here! Wait for us! This'll do nicely. Here, have a med kit.
Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. One generator to go.
Hey! Let us out of here! Hey, it's Freeman! Let's follow him! One for me and one for me.
Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. Wow. With that much security, there must be...
Sorry, Doc.
Security, there must be something... I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. Wow. With that much security... Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. With that much security, something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. Wow. With that much security, there's something good in there. Be careful. Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful. Wow. With that much security, there must be something good in there. Go for it, Doc. I'll wait here till you shut it down. Be careful.